air access, and information.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the fastest growing talk radio station in Southern California, home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for Black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for Black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the Black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@KBLA1580.com. That's advertising@KBLA1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you Black.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I thought I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. I have identity issues. You might hear my dad's video game in the background, maybe not, I don't know. He's playing whatever, Call of Duty, whatever. But I have no official, the only diagnosis I have is ADHD and trauma, basically. The doctors didn't even call it PTSD, they just called it trauma, whatever, but I'm not self-diagnosing. I'm not even necessarily hinting that I have anything else wrong with me. But, and even if I am, fuck it. I don't care what the haters say. But, well, I do have some... BPD, okay, you know, it's so funny with the whole... I look up ego death. Most of the stuff about it is about psychedelics. As someone who doesn't do that shit... I'm straight edge. I promote straight edge. I promote, you know, being clean, basically. You can do ego death without psychedelics. I don't support psychedelics.
Man, uh-oh.
Oh, tonight's topic. Where do they come from? They come from all over the world. People are listening to this show, and people from everywhere are sending in topics that they want to talk about. And I love talking about them. Tonight's topic is one of those topics that it makes you think. And I know I say this a lot, and I'm going to continue to say it because I think it's important. When it comes to relationships, a lot of us are very superficial in the way that we engage, right? When it comes to sex, we engage superficially in sex, right? We don't understand the spiritual component and the soul tie component and all these other, layers to it, right? But intimate relationships, right? And I've said this, on 100 shows, are more spiritual than they are social. But the way we are conditioned, similar to Pavlov's dog, classical conditioning, we are more locked into the social side of relationships than we are to the spiritual understanding of relationships. So even when you take time, you really haven't mined anything significant. It's a social checklist that we're checking off, right? Oh, they got the good job. Oh, he has manners. Oh, he comes from a good family. She comes from a good family. Oh, it's easy to go through the societal checklist, right? And if all lines up, we walk away thinking, okay, this is a good situation. This is a good relationship. We can make it. And then 18 months later, the enhancement bias goes away. And then some of our, internal bugaboos start to show up. And it made me think about this, as this topic was coming to fruition, right? Made me think about this. Which should come first? Right? Because I've seen it happen in relationships, right? Where, I've seen it happen, a woman may not have disclosed to a man, or a man may not have disclosed to a woman his sexual history and whatever things he picked up or she picked up along the way. Some things you can pick up and put down, other things you can pick up and you can never put them back down. Do you understand what I'm putting down? Yes, right? But what's interesting is, especially nowadays, right? Which should come first? Revealing your sexual history or your mental health history? Oh, no. You're not finna do that, are you, so? Yes, I am. Because you got people who know how to fake it in society. You got people who know how to look normal. You got people who know how to hold it together in front of the boss. Remember what Big Mama used to say when them crazy people be outside the house, but she'll walk out on the porch with her 22? She'll go, them people ain't crazy. They know. They was acting crazy while the kids was out there by themselves. But when she came on the porch, they knew Big Mama got that 22. She said, you just acting crazy. You ain't crazy. You know better. Which is more important? I need to know this. Which is more important? Because, again, I say we live in a fear-based society, right? So nobody wants to be alone because nobody likes being with themselves, right? So they put all this energy and effort and hope and desire into making sure the relationship works. And a lot of that has to do with hiding who they really are. Tonight's topic: toxic secrets from the clinically diagnosed. What are some unintended consequences of going no contact with someone who has yet to or has just revealed their BDP/NPD diagnosis? Oh my goodness. How long can you keep up the mask that you're normal, that you're okay? And this isn't to say, I mean, because okay and normal, these are terms that actually discriminate people who are struggling with these issues, right? But society is so toxic that somebody with these issues has to put on a mask of quote unquote, I'm normal, I'm okay. Lord have mercy. 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to y'all. I want to get your opinions. I want to get your thought process on some of this stuff because I don't really know. I'm very interested to know which should come first, your sex history or your mental health history. Yee. Yee. Is the act of withholding your mental health status equal to withholding your sexual health / STD status, STD or STI? How soon or when should a person diagnosed with BPD / NPD or any other personality disorder reveal this to their potential significant other? When should you come out and say, hey, before we get too serious, or because you understand the drive, right? The drive is I want to be with somebody and I want to whatever, right? Is it too much to ask to let me know before we get serious? 1-800-920-1580. Can we talk about it tonight? What are some unintended consequences of going no contact with someone who has yet to reveal their personality disorder diagnosis? I'm interested to know what is a high functioning BPD, like someone with BPD? What does that look like? What does high functioning BPD look like? And people say, well, what is BPD? All right. What is that? All right. Borderline personality disorder, maybe? There's another BPD. I want to know what y'all think. Have you ever dated somebody and later found out that they were borderline? I'm interested to know. The psychology behind high functioning BPD. High functioning BPD is a complex issue that involves multiple psychological mechanisms such as dissociation, splitting, and experiential avoidance. Splitting. High functioning BPD is the result of trauma, an overwhelmingly painful experience. This trauma may not be visible, but comes in the form of chronic emotional abuse or neglect. Due to having dysfunctional or immature parents or siblings, you may have been burdened with too much too soon. Yee. There was an early rupture, separation, or abandonment, and your wounds remain hidden or unhealed. Now, everybody wants to be in a relationship. If you're walking with this, right? If you're walking with this burden, when are you supposed to reveal this? Right? I'm interested to know. This is a non-judgmental space. If you're dealing with this, call us. Call us and let us know your story. 1-800-920-1580, the voice of reason, man. We're really about to get in it right now. No matter what happened, the pain that you suffered was too enormous for your young psyche to handle. As a result, the only way you could cope was to create a split. Is this like a split personality? I don't know. So a part of you was given the task of carrying and containing the unthinkable pain, while the rest of you could go on with your life as though things were, quote, there's that bad word again, normal. Without any support or guidance, this was the only way you knew how to survive. You created, so we could say splitting is a spiritual and psychological container within your spirit, within your soul. And you split and put all that pain, all that neglect, right? You put all of that emotional abuse into a spirit box and buried it in yourself, within yourself. After the split, the traumatized part of you remains frozen in time. Whatever age it happens, that's how old that pain is. That's where it is. This part of you thinks and feels like a frightened child. When triggered, you feel vulnerable, confused, or ashamed, and you tend to blame yourself for everything. You may fall into black and white thinking. Ooh. You may experience extreme abandonment fears and feel as though you cannot go on with life. This is what it looks like to have high functioning BPD. We're going to get deeper into it. Oh my God, this is heavy. But if somebody is going through this type of early childhood trauma, they develop BPD, or NPD or covert narcissism, whatever, they develop a personality disorder. At what point in time? I doubt the narcissist will ever come out and say, hey, I'm a narcissist, because most narcissists are self-unaware, right? Most people are self-unaware. Most people haven't gotten a diagnosis. They just medicate through herbs or reefer. They self-medicate, right? So narcissists, of course, many of them are self-unaware, and they become these, psychological vampires. But at what point do you say, something might be wrong with me, and then you go find out, and then once you find out, when do you tell your significant other? And once you find out, once you become self-aware, when do you have the discussion when you meet someone new? A lot of people won't disclose what's going on with their sexual history, right? This is interesting. Imagine how that flips, right, with regards to our mental health history. When I come forward, the voice of reason. I'm going to get on the phone lines. We're going to talk to folk all over the country. I hope you guys participate. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy. Nefertari felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You can do it all by yourself, baby girl. What's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink.
Spilled your drink? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to your night. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency. All over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face. When it smells just right, just right, just right. Breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I said upside down, you turn me. You're giving love instinctively. Round and round, you turn me. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round. Instinctively, you give to me the love that I need. I cherish the moments with you. Respectfully, I say to thee, I'm aware that you're cheating when no one makes me feel like you do. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down.
Hello and welcome to today's video where we will be looking at 7 things that create narcissistic mortification and crisis in the narcissist worldview. The key to understanding narcissistic personality disorder is that the entire formation of the personality is based around a false self. So they have a hyper-idealized vision of themselves that protects them from the realities of the world. So basically all of these are a reflection of when reality creeps in, it defies the reality of the false self and causes the narcissist to wake up to the fact that they're living inside of a delusion. And this creates mortification and can spiral the narcissist into complete crisis. Tactic number 1. The narcissist thinks of themselves as being compelling, superior, attractive, wonderful, charismatic. So when you defy that vision of themselves as being all important, the center of the universe, magnetically seductive and attractive, and you cease to offer them that feedback, you cease to keep them in that place, and you defy that, maybe you stop chasing after them, maybe you don't reply to their calls, maybe you just let them know through your meta communication that you're not particularly impressed by them and you don't particularly need them in your life. You show them they're non-essential. That is the first strategy. Strategy number 2, when you do anything that goes outside of their fixed view of you. So you will notice it's very frustrating when dealing with somebody with narcissistic personality disorder because they're very rigid, they're very stubborn, they're very stiff, and they're particularly stiff in their view of the external world, and you are part of that world. They don't see you as a separate person. In the narcissist world, there is one human, them, and then there are objects. There are just things. There are just instruments to be used.
Listen, I'm upset. Can you imagine being in a relationship with somebody like this that doesn't really want to reveal that this is who they are? Imagine being in a relationship with someone who is conscious that they are a narcissist, a covert narcissist, grandiose narcissist, malignant narcissist, whatever, right? Whatever variety they are. Say they're aware, but they do not want you to see what's behind their mask. Now watch that. That was the left hand jab. Here's the overhand right. They want you to guess. Just like, here's that evil word, normal people. Just like in normal relationships, right? Where, say, the man or the woman wants the other person to read their mind. Imagine what that feels like when the covert narcissist wants you to read their mind because they're afraid of that mask slipping. Very strategic in the way that they set up their words, their text messages, their emails, very strategic. Well, if I put this amount of information in here and that amount of information in here, you may know, but I can't say the whole thing because I don't want to be revealed. Which should come first? Revealing your sexual history or your mental health history? You already know what I'm going to say. We got to reveal it all. And I'm not one of those people who are afraid to lose people. I may not like it. It may hurt. I may pine over it a little while. I may roll around on my living room floor. But it's my living room. It's mine. You understand? It's my living room. I may roll around on my living room floor for a little while nobody watching. I may punch the air. You know how my man Trey did in Boys in the Hood, how he punched air. I may be in my house punching the air in every room, but it's my house. Do you understand? I'm all right with losing folk. The thing is, how can you hold somebody accountable who refuses to reveal their mental health history? How can you hold somebody accountable? Right? That's heavy piece, man. When we come forward, we got the DMV, we got Chicago, Illinois, we got Oakland, California. The phone lines are already popping. Hey, this is one of those ones. I want to hear your story when we come forward. The VOR continues this bonfire.
As long as the sun continues to shine, there's a place in my heart for you. That's the bottom line. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round. Instinctively, you give to me the love that I need. I cherish the moment with you.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. 3 people were shot at a Ramadan event in West Philadelphia. Police say hundreds were at the event at a park and 5 people have been arrested. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said the victims are recovering and the majority of people at the event were good law-abiding citizens. He added a child was injured during the police response. It's unclear what led to the gunfire. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing Donald Armstrong's family after Miami police shot Armstrong, who was charged with aggravated assault, despite video evidence suggesting otherwise. Crump, who is black, argues Armstrong, suffering a mental health crisis, was showing he was unarmed when tased and then shot, including after falling, indicating excessive force. Crump is demanding the charges be dropped. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
California just launched the Certified Wellness Coach profession to help your workforce meet the increased demands for youth mental health services. Learn more at cawellnesscoach.org, supported by the California Department of Health Care Access and Information.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the fastest growing talk radio station in Southern California, home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for Black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the Black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@kbla1580.com. That's advertising at kbla1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you Black.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580, where climate is king. Climate is king.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick! Sorry, kids! Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, everyone. In this episode, I want to talk about when the narcissist discards you, what leaves you open for a Hoover, and when the narcissist decides that they're permanently done with you, and how they go about deciding this. So make sure you stick around for this episode. It's a good one. Your permanent discard means a blow to their ego and an injury that they absolutely cannot recover from. Narcissists can discard for multiple reasons. Usually, the main reason a narcissist will discard you is because they have a new source of supply. And generally, the narcissist was actually discarding you throughout the devaluation stage before a final grand finale discard for that new supply. Narcissists will also discard you just to test you, to get an emotional reaction out of you, to get more potent narcissistic supply. A narcissist will discard you because they need a little bit more drama in their lives. They'll discard you so that you'll chase them and they can convince everyone in their lives that you're controlling, you're unstable, you're crazy, and they begin to triangulate you with people in their lives. Well, they do this to set you up prior to the final discard. That way they can always look like the victim. And meanwhile, while they're grooming another source of supply, if they're slowly discarding you during the devaluation stage, it sets the stage for everyone in their lives to see why they have to leave you for that new supply, and that's how they keep everyone on their side. Now, when the narcissist...
Hey, listen. I think it's equally important. What, Zoe? Listen, when you reveal your sexual history, you got to now reveal, right, your mental health history to me, too. Don't think revealing your sexual history is the coup de grace. Nah, it's a package deal. I need to know what you've been through. And there's, like I told you yesterday, there's ways to figure this out. Hey, ask them their attachment style. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like Briggs-Myers. Yeah, go on the internet and take a test and be honest. Right. Comes back, let me see what it is, right? Let me see what it is. Oh, secure attachment. Hey, let's try it. We're going to have some basic problems and some struggles, and we're going to figure it out. Oh, anxious, preoccupied, you say. Oh, dismissive, avoidant. What? Fearful of, right. We're going to have disorganized attachments now. We're going to have something to work with. You see, I need to know what you've been through in order to make an educated guess on if I want to go through something else with you. Huh? That's what I know people don't want to hear me talk like this, but before I get to the callers, let me do this really quickly. This Friday night, in 2 days, I'm doing a relationship roundtable at one of LA's swankiest lounges, the Cigar Lounge, my cigar lounge, Drobe Stogies, located at 1322 North La Brea Avenue in the city of Champions. That's April 12th, 7 p.m. I'm doing a relationship roundtable. It's going to be amazing. Everybody should get there as soon as they can. Starts at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You don't want to miss this. A relationship roundtable with yours truly, KBLA's own Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. It's going to be on fire. And then a few weeks after that, my good friend who has been on KBLA's various radio shows, I think he was on Dominique DePrima's a few times. He's been on this one a few times. My brother and yours, comedian Ray Grady. This is the first time I'm doing a relationship roundtable with all comedians. And so it's going to be funny, but I guess if you hurt the comedian, they're going to make jokes about it. But it's going to be amazing. That's May 10th, 2024. At The Connect. Anybody knows about The Connect? That was the spot that Nipsey owned. 6111 Gramercy Place, Suite number 1, Los Angeles, California. Me and Ray Grady are going to turn up. I had to promote those things, right? I had to do that. And then the final thing I want to say is today, April 10th, is the 15-year anniversary of the Voice of Reason. April 10th, 2008, Jamie Foxx and Marcus King gave me my own radio show on Sirius XM, the Foxhole. It's 15 years old today. And I have to be honest. I think this iteration of the Voice of Reason is the best. Ooh, listen, let's get back to it. Toxic secrets from the clinically diagnosed. What are some unintended consequences of going no contact with someone who has yet to or has just revealed to you, their BPD or NPD diagnosis? Heavy topic tonight. Is there an appropriate versus non-appropriate time to reveal your mental health issues? Your mental health status? Eesh. What role does ego death avoidance play in concealing mental health issues and struggles? Oh my God. How does the experience of no contact discard negatively impact the emotional regulation and stability of someone who has been diagnosed with BPD or NPD? Are y'all ready for this kind of talk? Sheesh. I need to know it all. Let's get these callers in here. Anonymous from DMV, get in here.
It's anonymous. I made it up on the way here.
Well, how am I supposed to know how to pronounce it if you made it up on the way here?
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to like. So I want to say peace. What's up? I listen to from time to time. I'm a student of the metaphysics that you study and stuff and everything, and I think what you're talking about is very important.
Thank you.
And that we're living in a time where a lot of people are living in isolation. We're people of communion. We're people of we're supposed to interact with each other. We're social creatures, and some of us, through what's been going on the last few years with the social distancing and stuff like that, affecting people. With that being said, a lot of people are dealing with. I think the mental health issue has been exacerbated, but mental health issues is a invisible issue. You don't see it face value. So I would say this, and this is just like, I guess, more of a suggestion. A person have 168 hours to tell you about their issues, their mental health issues, or their other issues. And, it's, 168 hours a week? Mm-hmm. So I don't think you should tell somebody directly because you can tell somebody else, but you should at least see if y'all appeal to each other, because think about it. A person with mental health issues, they still have their human rights. They still have their own way of seeing life. So maybe this person who has mental health issues might not person back. So gotta give a person the benefit of the doubt. We gotta give a person, we gotta give people, their own rights to see if they even sending you, despite their issues. But I think a person should disclose, like how you say, they both work concurrently, because our mental health and our sexual health, they kind of run together. Mm-hmm. They say that people who are promiscuous have a level of mental health. I'll say this. People who are promiscuous have mental health concerns that need to be addressed at some point. Mm-hmm. They say promiscuity for males and females, mm-hmm. It is rooted in something. Being over-sexualized or our sexual debut plays a part. And, things like, we know the staples of what breaks up a relationship. Cheating and having past relationships and stuff like that. And also a person who acts, I don't want to say necessarily emotionally, but like those things that come with mental health issues. Like I saw a video the other day, right? It was a video of a woman who had a hoarder disorder. Mm-hmm. And that's a deep issue because people who have hoarder disorder, they hold on to things.
Right.
And she was trying to hold on to her husband.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's a few things, man. I think, first of all, I think we should, honestly, dead ass,
you can't curse. You can't curse. No, you can't curse. So no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
All right.
Honestly and solemnly, I think we should be very, very slow to walk with people or we have to take time to get to know people before we want to get intimate with them. That's first.
Or what do you think it is? Could it stand to reason? And I believe you're 100% right. Slower walk. I don't disagree with you. A slower walk with people. 100% agree. But don't you think we have some really terrible questions? Like, we could walk as slow as we want, but the questions we're asking on that walk are not really good questions. And
I agree. I think so. Zoe, I'm 31. I'm younger than you. I don't know how old you are, but I know I'm younger than you. Right?
How you know? You don't know. Go ahead, brother.
I think that in our community as Black people, men and women, no matter how this feminist stuff go or angry Black men stuff go, I think you need to do better at vetting. First of all,
right?
Because we're talking about spending our lives with people. You're talking about, I think, more important than having a marriage, having a child with someone is a lifelong commitment. We need to do better with how and who we invite into our lives and how we qualify people. My
engineer just said, brother, you must have just got here. He said, this is what I talk about every day, brother. I talk about this every day. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question real quick, because I want to know your thought on this. Do you think that whether it's BPD or NPD or any other personality disorder, do you think those personality disorders, if not well managed, if you're not going to therapy or counseling, if you're not really working to kind of get to know it and then learn how to manage it, do you think it exacerbates communication, forgiveness, understanding, perspective? Do you think those personality disorders can wreak havoc on, something that happens in a relationship where if they weren't there, those two people could come together, they might go to therapy, they might heal from a situation? Do you think those personality disorders kind of make it impossible for that to happen? When I come forward, I'm going to get your answer on the other side. Let's go.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
It's a celebration of a living legend. It's the farewell tour. It's Maze featuring Frankie Bello.
Thank you for the love to me.
Also featuring the soul icon, Anthony Hamilton. Plus, After 7. It's a Mother's Day celebration, May 12th in the Kia Forum. In commemoration, come in your all white. Get tickets at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Do you have both Medi-Cal and Medicare?
If so, the new LA Care plan called Medicare Plus can help you get the most out of your health plan for $0.
LA Care provides personalized service to Angelinos like us.
Plus, it gives us access to doctors and specialists across Los Angeles County.
For zero cost, we get access to full benefits.
From vision coverage,
in-home support services,
to prescription drug coverage,
and a quarterly over-the-counter allowance.
Plus personal equipment,
meal programs,
a gym membership,
and so much more.
For more than 25 years,
LA Care has provided Angelinos with access to quality health care at an affordable cost.
For our families,
our seniors,
our community,
it's a plus.
It's a plus
for all of us.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, services and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit lafla.org. lafla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So anyway, when you discard the narcissist, they're going to want to be where you are. And a lot of time may have passed. There may be a lot of physical distance, emotional distance, and other things. But regardless, the narcissist is going to want to be where you are. And the narcissist knows that they're on borrowed time when they engage with you in a relationship, whether it's personal or professional or otherwise. And they know that they lack the social skills, the maturity, and just even the authenticity.
Wait, pause it. Ooh, that what's her name? Because she is cooking with truffle oil, the rarest of Leslie Kane. That is fire, and I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, it's gonna hurt like hell when you date a narcissist. Take it from me. She's 100% right. You're on borrowed time. They can't keep up the facade of actually being engaged. They can't. It's all a performance. Performative empathy, performative compassion, even performative sex. All of it is fake. It's fake love, performative love. All of it is fake. It's not real, right? But guess what? When you go through that type of relationship, I went through it, it turns you into Super Saiyan mode. If you know anything about Dragon Ball Z, you go into Super Saiyan mode. You go into a superhero mode of up-leveling. Because what was once obfuscated and concealed from you is now revealed to you. From the way they talk, from the way they text, from the way they email, all of that stuff is now revealed. And no one else can ever pull it on you. Oh, you go into superhero transformation mode. So for me, I'm thankful that I was with somebody that was on that. Because I learned like, oh, you, Zoe, you're anxious, preoccupied. You're leaning in. You the gas pump. You just looking to dock something and pour into it. And the narcissist is like, well, you can have some. Here you go. You can pour into me for now until I get a better grade of gas. Do you see? The narcissist told me I was Arco. Boy, you Arco. You that cheap gas. You not Shell. You not BP. You Arco. I said, well, wait a minute. I got the Shell emblem right here. No, I like Mobil gas. Right? Wait a minute. I'm trying to tell you, when you go through that kind of hell, it's going to hurt like hell, but it's going to grow you up. Trust me. Now you can't pull the wool over my eyes anymore. I see what you are. Clear than a mug. Like, oh, that's, you one of them kind of demons. There it is. Oh, Anonymous, J Anonymous, get back in here, man. Let's talk. You real loon ball. Go ahead, brother.
Look, I'm happy I heard. Look, I want to insert this, and I would argue this, that everybody who treats people like that is one word you say that's real key: performative. A person has to be a narcissist to be performative. So we can talk about people, but we also have to keep in mind how small the percentage of people who is narcissists. There's a lot of people who are performative, and there's a lot of things that go with being a performative person. That's a person who feel like they have to what's the word? Like people who cater to people. What's that stuff called? Where it's like you feel like you have to cater to someone or something like that. It's some type of thing with it. I want to also say I don't think I shared this, but I'm in graduate school for counseling psychology.
Nice.
So it's kind of my thing.
Good stuff.
So when you're talking about performative, you're not necessarily talking about just like a narcissist or a person with disorder. That's like that thing. A person has to they need to please or something that goes with that. So that opens up that span a little bit more. We can talk about narcissism. There's another span to consider in all this.
Listen, J Anonymous, I only have one thing to say to you. You got good information, but you have to slow down. I'm giving you the time to say it. You got good information. You can just it's going so fast, somebody might miss it. I want you to savor the moment. Hold tight. When I come forward, I'm going back to get your final thoughts. The DMV is in the building. Let's get it.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network.